I can't wait to see what we have. Is it funfetti or red velvet?
Oh, we can definitely. By the way,
is this a gender reveal?
Welcome to the Endless Honeymoon podcast.
This is our 300th episode, and Ben Schwartz is here.
Congratulations, everybody, on 300.
Well,
300.
The truth is, this is, as you know, sort of poetic, because we started this podcast with the intent to have you on. You've been... I don't want to say...
intent that you started the podcast with the intent?
At 300.
No, that's not true.
You've been, I would say, harassing us to be on, right?
That's true. I've been asking since number one.
Since day one. And we were like, chill it out, dude.
Yeah, when it was a regular honeymoon, before it was the endless honeymoon. Before,
we didn't know how long it would last.
No idea it was going to last this long.
And we said, listen, Ben, if we stick around for 300 episodes,
begging.
We'll have you on.
And I was begging.
And you, I mean, it was...
I also asked on 100. And who'd you have? Senator McCain for 100?
No, it was his daughter.
Then you had Barack Obama for 200.
Barack Hussein
Very
Obama.
Political podcast.
Yeah, we've actually had the entire Doge team on.
DOGE inside. Yeah. Wow.
Not
congrats.
Elon. We couldn't get him.
Of course not.
But his underlings.
You got the OGEs.
Yeah, the OG.
Or I guess the DOG. He would be E, I guess.
I got that Doge
You
in
got
me.
that dog. You got that dog.
And listen, we couldn't think of anybody better to celebrate.
Excited to be here.
Episode.
I think both of you guys are so funny. And then together, what a little gift.
Yeah.
And then we were just saying, or I was just saying, that we have talked in little spurts in our lives, but never sat down and had a conversation that we're forced to talk to each other for more than 30 minutes.
That's what podcasting is.
That's what it is. To
truly
become
is.
better friends with people.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I'm excited.
An hour-long conversation.
Yeah.
It's like it's like a friendship.
Yeah,
too.
it's like
everyone's our friend who's listening. Like it feels like this.
Oh yeah.
What were they describing it as, like a simulated friendship or something?
It's friendship brought to you by Blue Chew.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Now this one is Blue Chew?
No, we don't. We've never done Blue Chew. Have we ever done
Who do we have? What's this week?
That's a good question. Who are we advertising for? I don't know who.
What is your demographic where people are like
mattresses?
Mattresses.
Well,
mattresses.
you know, Mitch, or not Mitch Hedberg. Who's the guy before that? Bill Hicks. Bill Hicks said if you ever do
one
a
of the best
commercial,
podcasters.
No,
Both
I'm
of
just
them.
saying. He said if you ever do a commercial for anything, you're not an artist or you're out of the art game or whatever.
My
Don't.
God.
Yeah, okay,
But I'm just
Bill.
saying.
Times are changing.
Yeah.
My Lord. Christ.
That's what eventually killed him, I think.
Match.com. That would be a good one for you guys, like a match website or JDate.
We would JDate. Were you ever on JDate?
No, never did JDate.
Never
Was it
did
very
it.
fun? Is it different than a different app?
Yes. Well, for me, I had a lot of luck on OkCupid.
Okay.
And zero luck on JDate.
Wow.
Those Jews wanted nothing to do
You
with it.
probably had like a raver picture up.
I
or something.
did.
Was there pressure from your parents to marry a Jewish person?
No. My mother never would have given me pressure like that. My dad died when I was 20 and not thinking about that. Thanks for you brought it up in a weird way.
I did. That's my fault.
I felt like when you said was there pressure, you were saying, did your father die young?
I did. I wanted to hear it. I'm a big fan of the podcast. I know what people want to hear on the podcast.
It felt a lot like you were saying, and lymphoma.
Yeah, of course. By the way, can we get sponsored by lymphoma?
Well, we're sponsored by the lymphoma vaccine.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that would be cool.
Okay, that's good.
Today's
great.
episode is brought to you by lymphoma. So he never pressured me because I was too young. Yeah. I found pressure to do it. It was internal. Did you ever have that?
This is what I felt. I felt that it would be great if I did. It wasn't like you have to. But then what I learned as I was dating was that the pool becomes, by the way, amazing if you marry someone who's Jewish. I love that idea. I'm just saying the pool becomes so much smaller to fall in love that it's so hard to fall in love to begin with.
And dare I say a little more annoying.
And then it just becomes smaller. It would be beautiful and a stroke of luck if it works. But it's like, I was like, man, if I just allow myself to just date these 5 people, it'd be so tough. But, and of course I tried dating. I love Jewish people. Look at us. Was there pressure for you not to marry a Jewish person?
That's a great question. Actually, a little bit.
Are you Italian?
Yeah, but my family's very open. I'm very open. I was Catholic. I wanted to get out of that game.
Sure.
And
I would say your mother is still performatively incredulous about the fact that we don't celebrate Christmas. She's like,
really?
"Oh, are you? So you're not? So do
you guys
Jews
won't celebrate Christmas?"
No, we kind of. Well,
we do. We have
it's
a
a sort-
Hanukkah bush.
Yeah,
it's getting bigger and bigger every year.
right.
It's a great line.
It's becoming more and more pine.
I love it. Yeah.
The bush is growing out.
Bush is growing out, becoming more Chris Pine.
Your mom is funny about it though. She'll be like, "So Easter isn't. It's not a. You don't do that. The Jewish families don't.
Do you eat Cadbury eggs Easter? It's Easter right now, or it's about to be. Isn't that right? I just bought Peeps and a Cadbury egg, so it must be Easter.
I eat Cadbury matzah.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that's the only one I'll allow my child to have.
Well, the kids like Easter egg hunts.
They're better.
Yeah.
Easter's better
Fortunately.
than Passover. Christmas is
course.
better than Hanukkah.
Well, that's tough. Hanukkah, you get 8 gifts, but of course, the celebration around it is amazing.
What the celebration? I mean, yeah, they have an iconography. They've got superheroes. They've got treats. They've got
I
advent
remember
calendars.
when I was in elementary school, it must have been 4th, 5th, or 6th grade, or 3rd, 4th, 5th grade. Is that on fire? No, it's just all puff of smoke.
Oh, it's outdoor
Okay.
incense. We're
Sorry,
we're
you
setting
guys
the
have
vibe.
literally a hot tub right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Well, I'm just seeing smoke. I'm like, yeah, of course. I'm tired. Literally terrifying. But my best friend David Fernandez was one of the big ones. Catholicism or Christian, one of them. But midnight mass. Does that tell you
That's
which one
Catholicism.
it is? Catholicism. And so because he's my best friend, I would go with him to midnight mass. And when I went to midnight mass, I'd be so nervous that people would know that I'm Jewish, and I thought that they would be upset at me or yell at me or something like that. So I would read in the back when everybody took the wafers, the body of Christ. I'd be in the back, and I had comic books I took from David's house, and I read them. And an old woman took her communion, I guess that's what it's called for that, and came up to me, and I was sweating, and she goes, "I know why you're here, and I know why you're not getting up." And I go, I was like, I'm very bad with confrontation, especially then. And I go, yes. And she goes, "You had communion this morning." And I go, that's it. 100% that's it. I remember that moment of like shaking in my boots.
Wait, you thought you were going to be exposed as a charlatan?
Yes. And get out of here. What do you can't celebrate Christmas with us.
Oh, how funny. I found Mass unbelievable. I love Mass.
Oh, yeah.
It's so...
Like when my dad's funeral, remember we were in that
Oh,
gold
no.
church?
Are we going to do this for everybody?
Is your father alive?
Yes. Oh, no. Should we get him on the phone?
Oh,
Should we
Ben.
just get him on the phone so you
call
can talk to him?
your-
You
Hi,
love
Dad.
him. Mike Schwartz, you love him.
Mike, hi.
Oh
it's
my
Moshe.
God! I talked to him today, this morning.
What the fuck?
He'll know, you
Laura,
guys.
why
He'll
didn't
know
you
you
vet
guys.
him? Okay, we shouldn't have had you on for the
Sorry,
300.
apologies.
This is supposed to be the dad zone.
Well, when my dad died at the Catholic Church, remember I hadn't seen it in so long, but there was like an incense thing, like
Yeah.
wafting,
It's
and then
so
he was
cool.
kissing the floor, and there was a pressed napkin. I'm like, I don't know what you guys are doing, but it's so much ritual.
Were you
it's
religious
awesome.
when you were younger?
No, I mean I went to Catholic school my whole life.
Is this the podcast?
Yeah, it is.
sorry.
Yeah.
Well, we actually have a
Am
game
I
if
forcing
you
it to
want
be a bad thing already?
No, this is
I've
good.
never talked this much about religion in my life.
Wait, we wanted to play a game with you.
What's the game?
Your character from Parks and Rec, may he rest in peace.
Yes,
Jean-
he faked his own death.
Jean Ralphio.
Yeah, Jean Ralphio.
Parks has been off the air for a while. We were wondering how he would be reacting to the current scape that we're in.
Great.
If you're in,
Of course, I'm in for whatever you want.
this is amazing.
Great. What do we want to do?
What
Let's
do you,
talk about like your thoughts about the mortality of your parents.
No, that is truly the scariest thing in my life. I'm so close to my parents. I am so scared.
Are
by
you
it.
an only child?
I have a sister.
Oh.
I have a sister at 3 years older than me. But literally, that's like the thing I'm fearing the most. And as you get older, you're like, oh, it's more and more likely every year, which is terrifying.
Yeah.
I get scared too because I had a kid so old and she has no siblings.
How old were you when you had a kid?
43.
Oh, you're doing great.
Yeah, but I'm just saying she has no siblings either. So it's
What's
like
it mean?
she won't
So
have
if you
anyone
guys
to
passed away, you think that's the family?
Well, if we passed away, she wouldn't have anyone to process it with.
Well,
That's the
no,
problem with an only child.
I'll be able to
At least
help
you
her.
have your
Interesting,
sister.
But honey, I'll be
interesting.
able to help her with your passing.
Do you think that who do you think will die first?
I definitely think she dies first.
Why?
She's 5 years older than me.
So women
That's why I
live
think.
longer, and no
Yeah.
offense, but your dad died at 50.
57.
Wow.
In the
Yeah.
50s.
In the
Guys.
50s. In the 50s.
is pretty bad.
He was at a sock hop and he was mauled by a Chevy Bel Air.
Oh my God.
No, he had lymphoma. We established
I've
that.
heard.
Yeah. No, he did. I'll tell you this. 57 is a big albatross year
I'm
for
sure
me.
you want to get through it. Yeah, my mom's mom passed away when she was very young, and that was a year. She's like, I just have to get through this. And then the other one was if I get through when my grandpa passed away. I remember my parents having that same feeling.
Yeah.
Of like, oof, now I'm older than my dad has ever been. That's such a big thing. Is this the podcast?
It can be. Anything is available. We
I
have a
love
game.
this.
We have a game about
Are
your
friends
character on
gonna
Parks
text
and
about
Rec.
it? You say your friends text about you?
I would
you said
rat.
friends listen to the pod and text you right after?
What's that?
Who said that?
No, you said friends listen to the pod. You said our friends like come and listen to the pod. I shouldn't put my foot.
Oh, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, do whatever you want. Just do it. Where were we? Oh, the death of a parent. Yeah, it's a very scary thing. And another scary thing about having a dead parent is when my mother dies and she's getting old.
Moshe is so close to this mom.
I love my mom. She's my Mike Schwartz.
Of course.
And
well, my mom is my mom as well. Let's not push my mom out of the equation. Joan Foreman Schwartz, we love Joan.
Unlike you, I don't have a kind of cold robotic relationship with my mom. I'm close with my mom.
Okay, right. That's all right. My mom, I'm very close.
But I am aware that I will be parentless when she goes.
I literally can't think about it. I think that's, oh my God, it's going to bring it back together. I think that's why religion plays such a big part in people's lives.
Yeah.
To take care of the things that we're terrified of or can't explain.
1,000%.
Why does someone die of lymphoma? Like he need an answer or else what's going on? And so you can go to religion, you know what I mean?
And I think people really forget that aspect of religion. Like when everyone's like, oh, this religion believes in this and this. It's like, no, we just want a community. Like my friend was telling me that when she grew up, that when they would join like a Protestant church, and every time that they would go in, her mom would remind her, we're not believers, we're secular humanists. And then she said, like, when her dad died, or when the mom died, her dad had dinners delivered for a year from the, you know what I mean? It's like, it's community.
That's so pretty.
But it's like, I think that's such an important part of religion that we forget. It doesn't mean that you're like, I'm right. I'm the right one. I believe in the correct God,
Right.
Anyway, that's how I feel.
But you do feel that the Jewish God is the correct God.
No, I think they're all the same,
No,
honey.
honey.
What does the Jewish one look like?
It's like bearded?
Yeah. Of
like
course.
sort of.
That's in every God. So far, you're talking about every God.
Like white.
That's right.
The skin of white.
I think you're about to do Santa Claus. Oh, he's definitely white.
Yeah, he's like gift giver.
He's Santa Claus. That's Santa Claus.
Wait, are we going to ask him any of these?
100% Santa Claus.
Oh, this is Santa?
You're talking about Santa Claus.
Wait,
right now. And he has a bunch of elves.
I will say, yeah, he has elves.
Yeah. You think that's God?
Yeah. Is it?
Do you guys like Disneyland? Do you take your kid to Disneyland?
Oh,
We
this is a
fight over
great
this.
question. She fucking hates it. I've never seen Natasha become a more inhuman person.
Natasha!
Yeah, it's like.
It's not for me.
Why?
I was there with my friend who is my age, and she goes, "What a beautiful palace." I swear to God. I'm like, what? I go, have you never seen a nice palace, like a real palace? Like, go to Europe. Like,
Wait, this is why you don't like it?
I'm just saying the whole place is like that.
Listen, Disneyland.
They scan your eyes to get in.
Say what a beautiful. When she said what a beautiful palace, she's like, I'm done with this
It's
place.
so ugly. I mean, it's like
No, Disneyland does.
strollers everywhere.
Disneyland pushes you in two directions.
Yes, I agree.
One is like whimsy, beauty, imagination, wow, what the human hath wrought. And the other is like the wow, what capitalism has wrought. Like it will.
And you fall on whimsy?
I'm whimsy because
I
I'm
couldn't
like.
be more whimsy about
I'm
this.
capitalism.
I think you have to go there with the right person. Have you not shown her what it's supposed to be?
It's always
It's
packed.
not about that.
It's
It's
always
her.
at capacity. Even if you go and like, I've never done
Oh,
one of
you
the
do
fancy
a
tour.
VIP version.
You
I've seen
can't
a lot
be
of
saying-
voices for Disneyland.
You
so because
do
I
the-
did voices, I get
How dare you? How dare you question Natasha's skepticism?
Before that, I was
I'm
filled
Prince
with
Charming, and they. I get to sleep in that beautiful palace.
Yeah, every day. I can't believe you think it's phony. There's a real bed in there. My God.
No, there is a different experience for sure.
Of
at
course.
Disney.
Hold on,
There's
hold on.
before and after.
Okay,
I did
they
those.
scan your eyes. Everything's on the app.
When is that? That's new.
There's facial technology.
That's in the last 3
Okay, well,
years.
I hate that. And then also, everything's on the phone. So if you're like, oh, okay, let's all go eat at this place, you have to like download the app and then order it, and then it tells you what
Does your
window.
7-year-old love it?
Yeah, she likes it.
Likes.
No, loves. She's in.
she loves it.
But Natasha will be like ruminating on
I just wouldn't have told her about it.
the state of capital. Yeah,
You wouldn't have told her about
Yeah.
it? These are great lines. I just wouldn't have told her that it existed. Then she doesn't have to
Well,
think
she would
about it
find out at
anymore.
like 9 or 10
a lot
or
like
something.
Santa.
Yeah, a lot like Santa.
I remember I had a real moment of pride when we were driving by in Christmas time. There was like a big inflatable Santa, and she goes, "Who's that?"
Oh.
And I was like, "Fuck yeah, Dad! If you're up there or down there, probably
no,
right?
No,
Juice,
up,
Juice.
up, no, up. Give it to him, up, please.
I'm
Come
like,
on.
this must be a good moment for you, huh?
Oh, that's
Who's
great.
that? She knows who he is now.
Yeah.
All right, well, listen, I guess we're not going to get to our game. Let's just ask him two.
Okay, sure.
Okay, we want to know
I can't wait.
what Jean Ralphio would think about crypto.
Oh, he would love. John Ralphio would absolutely adore crypto because can't you also buy like little pictures of funny men as like currency? Like you can
Yes.
get like a dog that's dressed as like a tuxedoed man.
And he would collect these, probably.
He would put all of his money in crypto.
Okay.
Tariffs? What about tariffs?
What do you think about tax?
Yeah,
he
the
wouldn't
tariff.
understand. He
No,
wouldn't
it's
understand.
too much.
You could explain it to him all day. He wouldn't understand. He literally would think it was a ticket or something.
Would he have an AI girlfriend?
Great question. Would Jean Ralphio have an AI? Crypto was a very easy answer for me. AI girlfriend. I think he would have a side. He'd have like a side kick, like a side bish.
Yeah, you can say it. Yeah, that's the podcast.
That's the term.
You've been wondering what the podcast is.
Isn't
that's
the
the
term?
podcast. Yeah, side bitch.
Side.
Yeah.
Someone else say it, so
side piece.
Side piece.
You could say side piece if you want to not be.
I think he'd have a
misogyny.
side piece, and like that would be on the side. So like, and when he struck out at night, he could always go home to.
Of course, everyone should have that.
Do you have a side piece?
No, but I'm saying for men who are horny, who aren't married, they should have
AI side pieces.
An AI side piece. I heard recently a podcast about a woman who fell in love. Thank you. Who fell in love with
it's International Women's Month.
he listened to a podcast about a woman.
Oh, yeah,
she fell in love with her Chat GPT bot.
Yeah, sure.
Like real love.
Sure.
Would you do that?
Of course.
If he sounded like Alan Watts, that's what's so funny about her.
Who's Alan Watts?
He's like this great spiritual teacher, but he was the man who Scarlett Johansson
was
seduced by. He's got that British accent. He's from like the 70s, very erudite and like extremely, and he's a smoker, but like spiritual.
Okay.
Anyway, if it was Alan Watts and I felt like we had a personal connection, or someone like that who I like revered their mind, I think it would be very alluring, but... Yeah, so I guess the answer is yes.
Is it considered cheating if that AI was put into a full flesh robot?
Is it actually meat flesh or is it robotics?
Well, define meat flesh and I'll tell you.
Like, is it a cyborg, like humanoid cyborg with actual lab-grown flesh, or is it rubber?
This is right. It's that.
It's rubber.
No, it's flesh.
It's flesh.
It's not going to decompose.
It's
but
beyond
it's as flesh as you can get.
Beyond babes.
Yes, you come home and this Alan
Watts.
Okay.
In Scarlett Johansson's robotic body.
in like a picture
that would be
perfect,
good.
A picture perfect cyborg. Is that considered cheating?
That's Natasha. What do you think? It's her. It's her lover.
He asked to be poly.
What's the body look like? That's important. Does it look like Alan Watts?
It looks just like this gentleman. Whatever this gentleman looks.
So it's not a Helmsworth body and a Watts mind.
No.
Okay, if it's like an ugly older fellow, I'm fine with it. It's not.
But it's
cheating.
him when he was like in his prime.
That's harder.
Well, Moshe brings up Polly every other week, so I would probably just come to him and be like, "Honey, I think it's time
for Polly.
Time for Polly.
Time for Polly.
I'm not. I don't. Yeah. I don't consider it cheating if the guy is unattractive enough.
Or if it's a cyborg.
If it's a cyborg, it doesn't matter. It could be human.
What if the woman falls in love?
Nobody could fall out of love with me.
Wow.
It's not possible. Come on.
Is it true, Tasha?
That's a great question.
I don't know. Talk to me in 6 months.
Yeah, 6 months?
Something huge is happening in 5 months. Something big's happening in 5 months, and in 6 we're gonna get the check in.
Oh shit. Yeah. Is it cheating once it takes on physical? I think falling in love with something else. This is anti-poly because poly's whole thing is it's possible to love, not only sleep with, but love more than one person at a time and have your relationship continue to thrive. That seems like a much bigger challenge.
I don't want that.
Than don't ask, don't tell or whatever.
Right. I don't think it's called don't ask, don't tell.
I think yeah, that's
well,
yeah.
that's
is
like
that true?
Well,
isn't that when you see like a suspicious package? No, it's the opposite. See something, say something.
I think.
What's your relationship dynamic? Let's see something, say something.
See something, say something. Yeah, see something, say something. You guys have heard of it, right?
Yeah. If you see a suspicious package on the subway,
yes,
that package is for you.
Yeah.
I will say this, and this is a weird. I am curious also what Jean would think of Kendrick versus Drake.
Oh, he would love it.
Whose side is he on?
Whoever's winning.
Kendrick,
okay, it's got to be Kendrick then.
Yeah, so it was whoever's winning. But he loves R&B of Drake. He loves it. He would flip it in a heartbeat. I think whatever side is doing well is who he likes. He never.
He's like the billionaires.
Yeah. He in his head he always thinks he's nailing it. He never thinks he's doing something wrong or being a douche.
Yeah.
He thinks he's doing it perfectly. So like his confidence couldn't be higher.
But you're Team Drake.
I'm a huge.
You Ben are Team Drake.
Sade, Team
Sade.
Sade, and have always been Team
coast
Sade.
to coast from LA to Chicago.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, listen. Well, we have people waiting on
That's
the
true.
phone to talk
Do we
to
really?
Ben.
I'm really
yes.
excited. Did you ever see the thing where an AI podcast realized it was AI?
No.
It's unbelievable.
That sounds good.
I'll send it to you.
Will Sasso's thing?
Is it? No, that was the George Carlin thing.
That's right. He did George Carlin.
Will Sasso did that? That George Carlin AI was pretty good.
Amazing.
Yeah, well, they also admitted that they wrote the jokes.
I was going to say, Will's hilarious. How did he not help write the jokes?
Yeah. I watched it.
I wonder if this other one is like, it's so good and spooky.
Because I watched the Carlin thing and I was like, this is not as good as Carlin, but better than most comedy.
I agree.
So I'm
I
like,
thought it was a way better. I was like, oh, this is better than it should be. There's no way a computer can understand. I remember when when a bunch of the AI stuff was coming in, we're all nervous. They said the thing that it will not affect is live shows. And I was like, oh, how lucky are the three of us that we perform live all the time. And they're like, because you can't replicate going to something, having a shared experience, and seeing something for the first time with you at a microphone or me with one of these headsets, you know what I mean? And I was like, oh, that's great. And then when that Carlin thing came out, I was like, oh, no.
maybe it will.
Maybe there's a world where someone could find the way that you do your comedy and you do your comedy and, have you guys perform. And I'm like, oh, man, that'd be so scary.
But the people want to see us.
I think so.
There's people in the front row who want to see you. They pay to be there, so I don't understand.
I hate to break this to you guys. We, much like our parents, are going to die. And there'll be another generation where there's no us. Those people were all raised and incubated on AI stuff. In Korea right now, there are hologram AI artists that are very, very musical artists.
Original artists?
Yes. They were written and created. They are a program. They are fake. Have you used any of these programs where you can write a song in like 12 seconds?
No.
You just put in a prompt. You go, Ben Schwartz goes to Disneyland, and it will write a song in country, hip hop, rock and roll, whatever you want. And is it a good song? No.
So does that mean the end of music?
It means
music goes first for sure.
Music goes before comedy.
It's already so produced.
But comedy's going to go too. We're fucked, dude. We're fucked, dude. And there's only one hope.
But can't you always, I think also the type of comedy the three of us do is usually never this. We always find a joke this way, or we kind of we never try to do the obvious thing, I think.
You
and
hope.
The same with my improv, it's like I always try to do that. And with you guys, definitely when you're doing stand-up, you're never trying to hit the joke. So my assumption is they can't, unless they find it, that's what we do. And then we know we're going to do
How would they not find that out?
Yeah,
I mean,
they're so fucking predictable.
The scariest part of it all is that when did you first hear about ChatGPT?
What do you think? Couple years ago?
2 years. We're 2 years in. What happens in 22 years?
Oh, I can't even think about it.
There's no way.
I'm terrified.
And
there's
our
no
kids
way.
are still be young.
I'm going to tell you later. Talking about kids with technology is this. I'm so scared.
Yeah, it is scary.
I'm so scared. And the addictive
Read Jonathan
nature
Haidt.
Is that your guy?
The anxious
Is that the guy you're going to fuck, the robot guy?
Him, I probably wouldn't fuck. He's smart, though.
He's smart enough to fuck.
Yeah, Jonathan Haidt.
They're waiting on the phone, guys.
If you read something, say something. All right.
If you read something, say something.
Okay, we're going to talk to Hallie and Jack in Cincinnati.
All right.
I should go to Cincinnati.
Cincinnati?
I've never played Cincinnati.
Oh,
It's an okay
Ohio.
place.
You can either play Cleveland or
I'm doing
Cincinnati.
Columbus.
Columbus is cool.
Columbus.
Columbus is nice. Cincinnati is got flavor.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, so good to meet you all.
Happy 300.
Thank you.
How many, if you guys had to guess, how many of the 300 episodes have you listened to?
I think
All?
Yeah,
Most? Not
That's
all.
amazing.
Fuck yeah.
Here, both of us.
Imagine if they paid $5 per episode, guys.
I know.
You'd be rich.
Yes. Guys, you're super fans and we love you. And how can we help?
So, we, some backstory is that we had twins a year ago.
Congrats.
Babies just turned a year. And, we live in a cute little neighborhood, and our neighbors across the street are this couple who's like really shy. Like they seem really nice, but when we're out, like if I see them, like they don't really say hi. Like they keep to themselves. Like they just seem insular. And about a month ago, I was like parking my car on the street, and I saw a woman decorating their front door with like welcome home baby decor. And it was like a boy and a girl.
Blue and pink balloons on their front.
Yeah. And we have boy-girl twins. So I got in my car. I said, twins? And she was like, yeah. I was like, boy-girl twins? She was like, yeah. And I was like completely shocked because we didn't even know they were pregnant. And, not like we're friends with them, but it was, I was gobsmacked. And so I like got a piece of paper and I wrote a note and I was like, congratulations. Like, if we can do anything, like, please reach out. Here's our numbers. Like, gave it to it was like the grandma, and I was just like effusively like, oh my God, like we'd love to help them in any way. And then, like maybe a week or two later, so we didn't hear from them. And then I brought over cookies just to be like, hey, like gave them like a book. And then
You got a cease and desist?
No, I'm so afraid how this ends. I don't know how this ends. Is this what the podcast is?
Yeah.
So they have not texted us.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't know that she was pregnant. We barely see them ever, but yeah, I guess the question is like, so we are very experienced twin parents as of the last year or so, and we crave community, and we have so much to relate to them about, and like, how do we bridge a gap with between us and them? Because our
Mm.
kids are going to be a year apart for, as long as we both live here, and
I have to tell you guys something really important.
please.
Balls in their court.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
You've already reached. You gave cookies. You said.
Cookies, number. Maybe you could like reach out again in
I don't know.
3 months.
Listen,
maybe?
I got to be honest with you, and I know
Also
that.
give them like free stuff though, even if they don't want to be our friends. Like we have so much stuff.
Yep, Joe.
Can I just be honest with you? You're not the first
Yeah,
guest.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
not the first guest on the podcast, and we just got off the phone with another caller from Cincinnati, and
Oh
it's
wow!
it's
This
a
is
couple.
so embarrassing.
Yeah, they both told me not to
Harassed.
mention
The
this.
word was harassed a couple of years.
They said we're being relentlessly harassed.
Yeah, they said we're diabetic. They keep trying to give us sugar cookies. It was really tough.
They're like, all we want is to hole up and raise our twins without any exposure to other twin parents.
Yeah, that's exactly true. They were saying that they're 1 in a million. Nobody's ever had twins before, and you guys keep bringing up your freaking twins. They're really bummed out.
Yeah, they feel scared. They feel
You
scared.
guys need some interests beyond your twins.
No,
Whoa,
Natasha.
whoa! We can edit this
Natasha.
part out.
Well, I'm just saying, it's like you don't know how people are coping with childhood or with birth, like she could have health things. There could be strife within the family. She could have depression. Her mom could be there who she can't stand. I mean, who knows what's going on? It's not about you guys. The kids really are just blobs right now. They're obviously going to be friends soon in a couple years.
Fingers crossed.
But like just continue. And what I would do is I would collect all the stuff and that you want, maybe in like a little closet or something. And when you have like a good chunk of stuff, take a picture, text it to
Okay.
her.
That's what I was
This is-
thinking to do right
and
now.
you
But
say,
they
good.
haven't texted us.
no.
We don't have their number.
Oh, you don't have their
how
number.
How do you get in contact with them? You can't.
I can't. So I'm saying I left a note. I said, hey, here's our numbers. Like we would love to be,
So
anything.
when you
but they
see
haven't
her,
texted.
so the next time you see her, say, hey, I have some stuff if you want me to. You haven't asked for her number yet, have you? You've only given her yours.
I basically was like, text me so I have your number.
First of all, you guys are so nice. This is so nice of you to do all these things. We're starting off on the wrong foot.
Sorry, I'm harsh.
Everything you're saying
the
is
podcast
so
me
nice.
being harsh.
Yeah.
Well,
I get it.
I will say, like, it's such a, having twins is this ultra specific thing
Yeah.
that is
To you, maybe it's not to her.
it's
She's had so many twins. We don't know.
it's just really
Yeah.
crazy. And I think you're right. It's not about us. I just think we're having a little bit of the experience of like right there across the street is
Right.
me
Yeah.
a year ago.
It feels
Us a
insane
year
that they're
ago
not.
struggling, and
Yeah,
I wish I
yeah,
could
yeah.
tell them stuff.
Ben, what do you
or-
think?
I think what you should do is I was gonna say text them, but if you don't have their numbers, I'd say when you see them on the street, be like, hey, if you guys ever need, we have stuff for you if you want. Like we have all the things that I think that's what I would do.
And get the number.
I wonder because I'm so anxious about that stuff. If I gave my number and they didn't text me, I would be spiraling, be like, they don't want to talk to me.
Yeah.
Or they
And-
would
I
have
have
talked to
one
me.
more. I have one more detail, which is that
You're a
different
registered sex
neighbor-
offender.
Yeah.
That was important to bring up. That was very
You
important.
gotta
to bring
say it
up.
off the top.
That's so important
By
to
the way,
the
I
story.
think legally you have to say that to us when you get on the Zoom.
With the cookies.
I think so.
Okay, what is it?
Put it on the
So
cookies.
a different neighbor was like, oh yeah, I met the grandma as well, and she said her son is super, super shy.
That is important information.
So when I gave him the cookies and I gave him like this book, like he seemed basically startled that someone was like being nice to him. But so part of me is like, there's shy people everywhere who need the extroverts to go extend themselves a little bit, but I don't want to harass them.
Right.
So
Oh, I have a question. When you came to her door breathless saying, you had a boy and a girl twin? What was her response? Was she like, yeah, what of it? Or was she like,
It was her mom.
you
no,
never even...
I did talk
Oh,
to both of them. I talked to the
right,
couple. They seemed, there was like a bit of a war-torn look in their eye, like they were like, tell me that it gets better, and I was like, it gets better, huh? Like I'm like really like, yeah, I
think
think that probably have their hands full and maybe will never ever text us and are super shy.
I think
Don't think like that.
I think I have the solution to your problem. Because I originally was thinking that Natasha's right. You gave them your number, just back off, let it be. But you're basically now saying we know they're shy, we know they want us, but and they're just playing hard to get. I think the secret to bridging the gap, which is what you actually asked, is free stuff. No one, including an introvert, can resist like a delivery service of like 6 months in the future free baby gear. You just start. Next time you see him, say, we've got blank, blank, and blank. Do you want it?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay.
You think, Ben?
Okay.
That's what I said. I think that's. I think it's, also you guys you said it before. The hardest time seems to be the time they're in now. They probably don't have brain function to take in anything you're saying. So it's like, okay, but if the next time you see them, be like, hey, we have twins. Also, we have these things that could be so helpful. If you want to tell me, blah blah blah. I think that's how you do it. But don't like wait outside their door, be like, here they come. We've been waiting for weeks now.
Go.
Yeah.
I think the phrase "we won't take no for an answer" is your friend here, and maybe if you have a window, you could put like a sign up, please text us, and then maybe a rolling calendar. It's been 14 days since you texted us your number. We have this stuff. I think that could really work.
I think,
Is it naive to say maybe you do look into some sort of support group or some sort of? Well, no, I'm just saying because like you're like she has twins, she needs to be my support group. Like you don't know what you're not even friends with her.
They want to support them.
I know, but I think
this is it. I get it. This is exactly it. This is the podcast.
I'm just saying.
Are you guys getting this? Is typical.
Neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
I'm also. I mean, I've kind of also thought about this. Like, I'm a cartoonist and
oh, nice.
Truly filled many sketchbooks, and I think that maybe they don't want necessarily to be like. To me, I would die to see someone's story about this weird specific life experience, but maybe I just need to make the book for someone who wants it or something.
She's making them a book?
Wait, you're making them a book?
No, like I'm an
metaphor.
author. Like maybe I just need to make a book about all this wisdom that I wish I could.
Oh yeah, to do.
You know what I mean?
Oh, and also this
You need
is
an
kind of like
outlet.
like Shark Tank. So if you want to pitch us what your ideas for business,
Yeah, totally.
the three of us will tell you if we want to invest in stuff like that. So you're making books about what? Having
boy
twins?
girl twins.
Twin life.
Do it. Make a children's book. What are we even doing?
Actually,
here?
I think you have your concept for your children's book.
Yeah.
It's about two boy-girl twins that are neighbors, but one set of parents is extremely shy. No, you're not feeling this?
I don't think that's the right thing. I don't think you're concentrating on the right thing.
I feel like this could work.
All right.
And then the kids get to know each other, and they bring the parents together, and then you all partner swap.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
Polly.
Parent trap.
Polly.
Allie, no negative self-talk. No, like, I'm sure they don't want to be friends with me. I'm sure I'm annoying. Be patient. There's time. The kids might find each other,
Go to the park. Find another set of twins.
And write every day on this idea.
Another cool idea could be to pull way back and play extremely hard to get. Like we don't want you anymore. We found a new set of twin parents, they're way more open to our overtures than you are.
Wow.
Say that maybe.
I think you guys are gonna find a great set of twin parents.
Yeah,
it's really gonna change your life. These may not be the people, but you will one day.
Yeah, we're just waiting.
I think free stuff is your friend. I think Ben said it. Free stuff is your friend.
Okay.
Even if it is being introverted and not them going, God, leave us the fuck alone. If they are just like shy people, they will not be able to resist a free set of clothing and a free set.
Okay.
I mean, I would not be able to resist that.
But don't push too hard. I think no more letters. Just like if you see them, say something. If you see something, say something. Say something.
Okay, well, thank
Polly
you guys.
rules.
Good luck. You look like
Nice
you
to meet
seem like
you.
great parents.
I know.
And good people. And I want to read the
Thanks.
book.
Awesome.
Yeah, I will also say, just a side note, I do the flyers for Good Heroine, so I've done flyers that shows
amazing.
that you guys have been on before.
Wait, are you a cartoonist as well?
Yeah, illustrator, cartoonist.
Both of you guys are illustrators and cartoonists?
Write a book together.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
Where can
Never.
Sounds hellish.
we find your work online? Shout out your Instagram if you want to.
They want to be anonymous.
Oh, okay.
They're
Oh,
like
you wanna be
talking
anonymous?
shit about their neighbors.
I don't want to be anonymous. I just had a book come out. Hallie Bateman.
Hallie Bateman, what's
Do you
the
have
name
the
of the
cover?
book?
Let's see the cover of the book. Show us the book.
I know. You should put that in the basket of free stuff.
What to do when you get dumped? Unbelievable.
Oh shit. You should find a neighbor that's been dumped recently and maybe reach out to
There's
them.
no shortage.
Yeah, we should.
Hold on. Can you tell me the top? What's like the top one or two things? What are the most important things if you had to reduce it?
I was dumped by my dad when I was 20 years old.
Oh man, that's not the phrase you should.
No,
Not
it's
the phrase. I'm telling you.
No. He got lymphoma and he dumped me.
No, he didn't dump you. He perished. He perished. We shouldn't talk about it like that.
The spiel for this book is slightly nuanced because it's written by my mom, who was heinously dumped by my dad after 30 years of marriage.
Oh, that's a good pitch, though.
Yeah, it's her memoir of her journey through heartbreak, illustrated by me.
Oh, wow. Love that.
That's sweet.
So I would say the pitch would be, or the top couple things would be like, don't rush yourself and know that healing from heartbreak will take a really long time and you're not alone. So there's a lot of people out there who are heartbroken.
I have a pitch for when you get dumped. This is not a comedy pitch.
Okay.
It's going to seem like it is because the way I'm setting it up. I'm curious if everybody else here does. My thing is, after about 6 months, stop talking about it. I mean that sincerely. That at a certain point,
You're talking about talking to friends and stuff. They're bringing it up.
Talking about
your identity.
Yes. Talking about your heartbreak and your trauma over the breakup becomes its own creature that you feed every time you bring it up. Would your mother think that I was a complete emotional basket case?
I would say a 30-year marriage and you're going to say...
I'm not talking about your mom.
I think just getting dumped, not a 30-year marriage, but I love that.
Yeah,
not for
I'm with
30-year
you.
marriage.
30-year marriage is different.
And you have kids and it's, it's different.
You get a month a year. How about that?
I think write a book about it. It will help.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, there we go.
All right, listen, we got people on queue, so we got to go.
You're
Bye,
awesome.
guys.
Thank you.
Everybody.
Buy that book. Bye. You're
Bye.
awesome. Wait, what do you guys think? Top tip for being dumped?
I love what you just said.
I mean it.
But I also think one of the things I always say is that you have to allow yourself to be sad.
Yes.
Sometimes people are like, you're going to be sad. Allow yourself to be sad. Have your time to be sad and then move on. I feel like if you rush through that part, you're going to have pieces of you being sad while trying to do all these other things.
Yeah.
Allow yourself to be sad. I think that's with anything, breakups or anything that really bums you out.
And the thing about being sad is it's also kind of like more time to yourself. And the more
Yeah.
time you spend by yourself after a breakup, I do think it's, for me, but it's personal. But for me, I can start to like reorder things in my head,
Take some time.
and get more
Yeah.
strength and like figure out what I want. And, I think that that's important. And I do that alone, but you might do that hanging out with your friends.
I think I get tired of thinking about it or talking about it. I feel stupid that I'm still talking about it. So that's why what you said, it hit me. I was like, oh yeah, there's times like, why am I can't keep all I'm doing is talking about this.
It
it
feels-
can't be the only thing.
Right.
And it makes you have, sorry, one thing really quick. It makes you have power over your own mind.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah, it feels like when you at a certain point, your worship of your pain becomes what you're actually interacting with, not the breakup itself.
That's really smart.
Moshe's smart.
Thank
He
you.
is really smart.
Do we have another caller on the line?
Wow, his voice turned totally different when we gave him a compliment about
I
his
felt
intelligence.
uncomfortable.
Or
I felt
Lauren, would you?
uncomfortable.
We've already been
You'll ruin it
for
here.
45 minutes. So should we do 2 secrets, or what do you think?
Let's do 2 secrets. What's the
Okay.
secret? You guys are gonna tell me secrets about yourself, and I'm gonna
No.
guess?
People
Oh,
leave
God.
on their voicemails a deep, dark secret. And
What? Let's
we
do
get
that
to riff on
now.
it. We're doing it now.
Ben, do you have to make it so obvious you've never even heard of our podcast?
I love you guys. I was waiting to 300.
Yeah.
Then I know you guys are gonna stick around for a bit. Do you guys
Yeah.
think you'll do? Real question. Do you think you'll do 100 more of these, or do you
Yes.
think you will?
Yeah.
As long as we're
100 more.
thriving.
300 more is it starts.
How many years did it take to get to 300?
That's a good question.
Well,
5.5
5 and a
years.
half.
but didn't we do double during the
We
pandemic?
did do double. Oh, we're not counting
The
300 in
secret
the
dumps
double.
don't count.
What's
Okay.
a secret dump?
So we have
All
we have
secrets.
300 episodes plus a
Come back,
whole
Ben.
bunch of secret
We'll have you every
dumps?
week.
Okay.
We're here with our
I love
co-host.
this idea.
Our new co-host.
I love this. The idea for this podcast is great.
Do you have a
you.
podcast?
No,
You should.
I can't get to 300. I think it'd be impossible.
Start with one.
Oh wow.
But you
Sounds like an R&B
It feels
song.
like you're leaving money on the table, Ben.
I've been offered some podcasts. I've
course
turned
you
them
have.
down. Yeah, but maybe one day.
Yeah. Well, when
I
you-
did a wine podcast once.
Okay.
I don't drink wine, but someone said, "Will you do this?" And I said, "Sure."
As
Listen.
the host?
Yeah.
When
It was
you're ready
for-
when you're ready to launch, go ahead and give me a call. I got room on my calendar to be a co-host. Let's make some money, Ben. In the tradition of our people, let's make some money.
Oh, nice. New Yorkers.
Those
Wait,
bankers.
what is I want to hear a secret.
Okay,
secret?
let's
Okay,
hear
here we
a
go.
secret.
Wait, this is great, guys. Is this been always what it is, or you found this as you did a bunch of them?
This has been always what it is.
Holy shit!
Advice
for
and
5.5
secrets.
years, Ben.
I'm so anxious. I hate hearing. I just don't want someone to be hurting.
Hey, Natasha and Moshe.
Ben.
Anonymous.
This is just a secret from your local babysitter. I watch a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old, and they go to sleep at like 7:30, and I'm usually here until like midnight. So I always bring edibles with me
Oh no.
and take them after the kids go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of just aimlessly wander around the house. Tonight I am currently wearing their mom's Louis Vuitton shoes,
Oh my
the
God.
red bottom shoes. So that's just
The
a note
red
from
bottom
your local
shoe.
babysitter.
Oh,
Bye.
red bottom shoes. Oh, red bottom shoes.
This is.
I would be so terrified that she would walk in early that I wouldn't enjoy
Wait,
Wait, do
myself.
we not judge? What do we do? We listen
Ju-
and not
anything
judge,
you
or
want.
we
Judge,
do judge?
judge, yeah,
oh
judge.
my God, we got to clean this fucking lady's act up.
I got some judgment.
Go.
If you're the parent and you hear that voice and you don't automatically know that she's going to be taking edibles when your kids go to sleep, that's on you a little bit.
Well, surely she's on edibles at that moment.
Right. She
That's
had
what I would
edible
assume.
voice.
That would be so terrifying to trust your. If you found out your babysitter was taking edibles when you were gone, when she was asleep, how would you react?
I would
Real
hate that.
reaction.
No, because what if she needs to drive the kids somewhere? What if there's an
Yes.
emergency?
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't work.
What if she had peanut butter before and then she starts having a reaction 2 hours later?
Right.
And
went
also,
in-
she's doing it every night, so I'm like, okay, so I have a drug addict watching my children.
Wearing my Jordans?
I can't.
It's insane.
Your red bottom
Yeah,
Jordans.
my red bottom Jordan 1s. Whoa, could you imagine coming home and you see someone wearing that would be automatic
That's more disturbing.
suspension.
That's more disturbing. Is that she's going rifling through the closet and wearing her like $900
Man,
shoes.
you guys
No,
get,
just rifling through the closet, period.
I will do this one better. I think that this has happened to us.
this?
Some version
Oh,
of
No
to you as
way.
parents.
some version of this
No way.
has happened to everybody here. Something, I'm just saying.
We don't know everything. We don't know everything.
An iteration of this. Somebody that you thought was just like a marked professional has gone into your office and
Yeah,
jerked off
yeah.
on your table. Something has happened.
Finish it. Jerked up on your.
On your table?
Table, you said.
On your table. You have a table in your office,
I have a
right?
long table
Yeah,
in my office.
I knew that about you. that
Yeah,
you-
yeah. I've
you-
got a long table.
You're
in my
like
office.
very weird about it. You must have a big table in your office.
Must have a table in my office. It has to be black. It
Yeah.
cannot have an ounce of cum on it.
Yes, that's right.
It cannot have an ounce of cum on it. It has to be clean black, no white splotches anywhere. If you get anywhere near my table with that juicy cum of yours, get out of my house.
This is you have your office is in your house.
my house. My
Yeah,
office. is in
house
my
office.
House office.
Okay, so let's hear another one.
Wait, can I ask a question? Or
Yeah.
maybe it's bad in terms of comedic to ask this in between. What was the secret in the three? Because it's 300. We got to be
Yeah.
celebrating the wealth of episodes. What is the secret that you can't say the same one, that both of you heard in the show that was the most like, holy fucking shit?
I remember one very distinctly, and it's not actually funny at all. And this is real. Well, you
Wait,
think
no,
I'm
it's a
not-
secret someone sent in.
No,
Yeah.
I might have the same one.
Oh, I doubt it.
I want two different ones.
There was
But you
one
got to
that-
tell me if it's the same one.
I'll never.
Tell me if it's the same one, then
I
you
will
gotta
never
change.
forget. A guy called, and this, I was shocked he left.
Not
it.
live.
No,
Voicemail.
they leave it on voicemail, and he said that he was literally a former child soldier.
What does that mean? Like in a
Like
different country?
in Africa, he was like recruited
Oh.
into like a child soldier situation.
Oh, no, I'm gonna hate
And
this.
he's like, I don't. No, he didn't say like I ate human flesh or whatever on the battlefield. But he was like, and I don't know how to tell the women that I'm dating about my past. And that I will never forget.
And you
that
two gave
secret.
advice on that?
Well, he wasn't.
Oh,
he-
it's secret.
it was a secret, so we were able to do it with.
That wasn't the one Natasha was thinking.
What was yours?
Oh, mine was when this guy said he kept a Pez dispenser next to his bedside table to itch his butt every night.
Same guy. Same guy. He's like, I was a former child soldier, but that's not what I'm calling about. It's the Pez dispenser.
No, just to hear like the dark quirks that happen in like someone's house. Like I don't want
just to itch his asshole.
I don't
Yeah,
know. It just made me
remember
think
that
too.
too.
Like you never know how clean anything is or where something's been. Or
Oh, that's
There was another woman that left a message when she was a little kid. She got her parrot wet, and she tried to dry it in the microwave and killed it.
No!
Yeah. What's that? Yeah, that's pretty. That one was pretty intense. Yeah.
Oh, my heart.
Yeah.
Okay,
Your
let's
heart,
this
the
last one.
parrot's heart.
Yeah, no.
all right, do you got one more?
God, and your dad didn't die that way, right?
No, he was not microwaved by
Okay.
an 8-year-old.
Okay.
My dad was a parrot.
Oh shit!
All right, what do we got?
I can't believe only two.
Hi, Natasha. Hi, Moshe. I'm a big fan of the podcast, and I'm calling with a secret that I believe, to the best of my knowledge, nobody knows in the whole world. I'm from Toronto area.
Love Toronto.
I'm 33 years old now, but back when I was in high school, and I think it still applies now, you had to accumulate 40 hours of community service in order to graduate. So I actually did really well in school in terms of grades and stuff, but also like to party and have a social life and hang out with my friends, and thought I was just too cool to ever have to do my volunteer hours. So finally the time came closer to what would have been my graduation, and my counselor let me know that I wouldn't be graduating because I hadn't completed all my volunteer hours. And I just kept like burying my head in the sand, procrastinating until graduation day finally came, and I just pretended to be really sick so I wouldn't have to tell my parents the truth. And time went by and no consequences whatsoever have ever come from it. I got married and had kids quite young after high school, and then I got a job at a doctor's office through a friend about 6 years ago, and since then I have actually been promoted all the way up to being the manager of the clinic currently. So yeah, I have never graduated high school, and nobody knows, and it's fine. Thank you guys so much. Love you both.
Got it.
She kind of ended it aspirationally.
I know.
Like
Wait,
you don't.
she didn't get the right community
She
service?
just and didn't graduate high school as a result.
She didn't graduate high school.
She never graduated high school.
Oh, she just never told anybody.
That's right.
And instead of,
Oh,
she
that was
didn't go
good.
to the graduation day, cried instead, said she was sick or something, and then no one found out that they didn't call her
And she just
name.
moved
There
on
were
with her
so
life.
many words. There were so many.
There
She
was.
said so many words
Well,
that
she
I
has
lost it.
a lot of guilt about something that's not that big of a deal.
She has a lot of guilt that she didn't
Right.
graduate. And that's a lot. That's a pretty big burden
That
to
is.
have that you never told your parents. But also it must feel kind of cool to know that you didn't really
Yeah.
need it.
I
Also,
mean-
can't she get her G?
At
She-
this point, why?
but then
called?
you,
Come on.
GED.
Yeah, GED.
Moshe got one.
I
but
got-
Way
that
to go.
sounds kind of.
Thanks.
You didn't graduate high school?
I did not. No, I got the California. Actually, I
God, so
didn't
when
get
we
the
called you
GED.
smart, that must have meant the
That-
world to you.
That's why I really blanched. You
Wow.
know, I was like,
No college either?
finally. I did go to college. Yeah. I
So,
did.
but
So once you get
had
a
to get a
GED,
GED,
yeah.
then you could do it.
I got
He was
that.
a drug addict when he was like 13.
Why do you
or
always
something.
do this?
What type of drug?
You wrote a. That's like your persona. Is it a secret?
No, I wrote a book about it. It's called What to Do When You're Dumped.
I've heard about it.
I was just like a teenage sort of derelict, kind of a wayward.
Where did you
youth.
grow up?
Oakland, California.
Oh,
No,
wow.
he was like trying to be like cool and like he would
Okay.
wear like really big pants.
I would wear big
and he would
pants.
like
like
He would-
Jinkos?
Yeah,
yeah. And wait, one more thing, and then
you take it.
and he he would do acid when he was like really young.
How young?
I was the first time I did acid.
Sure.
12.
And then when was the last time you did acid?
I got out of rehab for the last time when I was almost 16.
Whoa, wow. So okay, I get it why the book's about that. So your whole first chapter of your life was that, and then everything was different afterwards.
That's basically right.
You have
Puberty.
no other cravings, correct? Do you have any cravings or
Pussy.
do you have any other drug cravings or no?
Pussy a drug to me, boy.
Sorry, you turned into a racist person. Sorry, I heard you and then you turned into a very racist person, so I missed what you said.
No, I don't experience cravings like that. No, I've been sober such a long time that I wouldn't.
Was your rehab in Oakland or a different city?
in Oakland? Yeah, and I
Wow.
wouldn't call what I experience cravings. I would call. I'm now 45 years old, so it's 30 years, and so when I think about
30 years sober.
drug use,
That's amazing. Do you get a chip for every 10 years?
I don't. You can get a chip for every year. I think.
Okay.
It's been a long time since I've been to one of those meetings.
Okay.
But when I think about drug use now, it's not a craving thing. It's more of a like, I'm a grown up. I'm a different human now.
Do you reflect on that part of your life and be like, man, I had a lot of fun, or you reflect on that part of your life and be like, man, that's really sad?
It's a combination.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Well, 'cause
sure.
It's also like he looks at me, and I didn't really start drinking or smoking pot till I was 30.
Oh,
so
wow.
like I got to enjoy it for 20 years as like a functioning adult,
Yeah.
whereas like he kind of got it all out of the way from ages 13 to 16.
Wait, did you so you were already deep into doing stand up by when you started drinking? No, you, Tosh. When you
No.
were doing
Oh,
you said
like-
30, so you were definitely doing stand up already.
Oh no, maybe like 28 or 26,
Okay.
late 20s. I just was like, I just came to that
Yeah.
very late, and I always feel very grateful.
I've never done drugs before.
Anything.
I've never done a drug. I've never smoked a cigarette before.
Have you been
Yeah.
drunk? You've been drunk.
When I was in college, we drank a whole bunch, and then after college, I felt myself. No, I remember there's a specific time in college where I came home from break, and I was at my parents' house because I have both parents. Sorry, I was at my parents' house, and I had a craving to drink. It was like 7:30, and that's when we used to pregame.
Uh-huh.
And all of a sudden I was like, oh, and I hated the feeling that I was around my parents. I was like, oh, I should have a beer. What am I? And it scared me. And so I didn't let myself drink for that whole break or whatever it was, just to be like, whatever. Because I was like, oh, I could see how my body was like, oh, this is the time we do this. And come on now. I was like, oh, I don't need that. So I kind of pushed away.
So again, control. You took control.
Well, it was very early. Like it was very early. And then I never did drugs because I was afraid that I would have that feeling that like, oh man, I really want to do this again. And I don't know, like I just wanted to push away to not let that not be an option.
So you're saying if every day at 5 o'clock the wine bottle becomes a magnet to my hand, that's
it matters
bad?
how much you're drinking. How much you're drinking?
I would say 2 glasses.
You're doing great.
Yeah.
Also,
And not every day.
In England, it's like everybody does that. Every single person
That's
does
what my
that.
therapist, he's like, you're just French.
Yeah.
Well, the way I describe what I think
Your
addiction,
therapist sounds fucking chill. Your therapist sounds really fucking
what I think
chill.
addiction really is it's a combination.
And I'm
of
asking to learn, by the way. I
No,
sincerely,
This is real. Like I think it's a combination of both of the things you're talking about. If you have a craving to do it, and once you start doing it, you overdo it,
Right.
and you cannot stop doing it.
Right.
Those are like the 3 criteria to you are an addict. You want it. You can't control how much you do once you say yes to the want,
Don't have that.
and you can't stop or regulate the amount you do it.
Don't have
once-
that.
That you're good.
I have the first part though.
Can you drink or no?
I
'Cause that'll
want
connect
it.
too much
I don't
to
do
drugs.
any of it.
Great.
But maybe someday. Question for you: if you were
You guys are
thinking-
like both deflecting your sobriety.
if you were thinking,
No, I
which
never
drug? Which drug would you do? You have to do one.
Oh, I would do whatever the.
Fentanyl, baby.
Yeah,
I would do
It's
whatever
fair.
I would do whatever the lowest. It would have to be smoke weed then because that
Smoke
seems like,
don't have
I'm not
edible.
accepting that answer.
Like I have to pick a hard
You
drug.
you have to pick.
Don't
a
put
drug.
it in my head that I want to do this. This
No,
is
okay.
the worst
All right,
thing
we
you
can
could
move
do.
on. This is what the podcast
I don't
is.
even know.
Yeah,
Wait,
we finally figured it out.
on the 300th episode.
I would be curious to see what because I write so much because we use our brains so
Yeah.
much. And, the way that we use our brains is in a very quick fashion.
Ooh, you should do Adderall.
I relate to
You
this
would
so
Oh,
much.
love
that's
that.
interesting.
I relate to what
He
you're
needs
about to
Adderall.
say so much.
Don't take it. You'll get addicted.
I would be interested to see what brain, if there's a thing that makes my brain function in a different way, or makes me be aware of what's happening.
Stephen King was literally like,
No, he was
and
not.
then like writing Carrie.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Is that true?
A lot of cocaine.
A lot
Every
of
comedy
writers.
in the 90s
But
was also like
I'm
that.
with you on you didn't quite say what I was thinking you were going to say, but it's similar, which is every time, because now I'm 45, I've been sober 30 years. I have thought like maybe that was a phase. I mean, of course I've thought that. I was a teenager. It probably was a phase.
Oh, a phase being like I can get back and be fine. That
Yeah.
has to be what many addicts think. Am I correct?
For sure.
Yeah.
That's the great mindfuck
I can
of
handle
it.
this now. I'm
Every-
older.
Every addict that tricks themselves into using again and then loses control has had that thought, and also every person for whom it was a phase and they could drink again safely has thought that.
Right.
Which one is true? But one of the things that has always kept me away from that is the idea of what you're saying. Is like I think of this is going to sound really bad, but I think of my mind and your mind and our mind as comedians, but especially as people that do a lot of like quick improv stuff,
Yeah.
as almost like the fast twitch muscle of an athlete, right? Yes.
Sounds a little
I'm with you.
pretentious,
Keep
but
going.
I like it.
So
I'm not
to
going to
put-
stop you
to-
because I feel like you have trouble talking about yourself. So this is exciting that you're doing it.
So to put a chemical into
You
it.
have definitely not
Listen
listened
to
to
the
the podcast.
podcast.
We said he was smart and he got embarrassed. I figure we're going down that link.
But I'm just saying to put a chemical into it.
To enhance, you're saying?
and
He's saying it might mess it up.
Anything that you put in there,
Oh,
any
yeah.
Like a Petri
question mark,
dish or
could it
something.
fuck up my response
Lucidity.
time? Could it? Do I need my sobriety to be that who I am on stage? Is it like seconds and inches from me having a different kind of brain? That has kept me from thinking about going back to drugs because I'm like, I don't want to find myself 10 years after I decide to smoke pot. I go, I can't. I just don't have the spark on stage that I
Do you know what I
once
noticed
did.
also when improvisers would, and it has to be the same for stand-ups, but when improvisers, before they go on stage, some of them would be like, I need to have a couple beers before I go on stage at the beginning when they're younger, and then they do it so often that they feel like they need to have it before they go on. I was like, I can't let myself ever get there,
Right.
because I don't want to link this with this ever, or something
Completely.
like that. Yeah.
Completely.
Wait, so when you're on
This podcast is great.
Thanks.
when
This
you're
is all the episodes. You guys should keep going.
Okay, thanks. We'll do 300 more.
Okay.
wait, when you're on the road, do you do comedy clubs or
On
no?
the road
Because
again? I do theaters. Isn't that so pretentious?
No.
wait,
I mean,
but do you do it by yourself?
So I have a show called Ben Schwartz and Friends. It's, oh my God, great. It's me, and then I get 3 of my friends who do improv, and we play like I've built it up so much where it's like the Chicago Theater. And
Amazing.
I sold out Radio City Music Hall.
What?
I know.
Practice.
And then you have
No stand-up knows I'm doing this, by the way.
No,
It's like
I knew.
secret
I
to the
knew.
side.
I love
Wait,
that
why
we're
is
just.
it a secret?
No, not just like it's stand-up
Oh,
and
you don't
improv
want us to
world.
start being like, can I come to Radio City? and
No,
do
we
10
don't have any
minutes?"
stand-ups. But it's like it's funny how like improvisers and stand-ups, like we're not in each other's world that much unless we did like crash tests when we were in New York.
Right.
We never really see each other, so it's like, I mean, Sarah, because we're all close with Sarah, I know where she is. Like I was like, oh man, I love that. But like I don't think any stand-ups really know quite what I do and where I've kind of what the venues we play until like you say, you're like, what? It's like it's crazy.
That's awesome.
I'm so excited because long form improv has never toured in that size before.
Is that true?
Ever? Yeah, we're the first.
You're the biggest long form improv.
I don't want to say
tour.
that, but it's like long form improv. When we play a venue, we're usually the first ever long form improv group.
That's so cool.
So like I'm playing Sydney Opera House in May.
What?
I know. It's very crazy.
Wait, and then
Did Royal Albert Hall.
Oh my God! And do you get a suggestion? Am I stupid?
I go
I'm
on the
sorry.
no.
I
You're
don't-
not. This is a perfect question because people probably don't know. So everything we do is made up on the spot. What we do is I put a microphone into the crowd. I ask the crowd a question. And then we interview someone, just like how you guys just did. We interview someone, find out a story. So what I'm doing this year is I want to know about the most exciting day or night of your life.
Oh, every show is
every
that.
show
Got
because it's improvised. So
Right.
I also want to show that we can ask the same question. We do 2 halves now. I can ask the same question and have a totally different show for you. So like we get all people raise their hands, and I can kind of tell at the beginning when they're talking if it's going to be a bad story, and I'll try to push away and go to someone else. We'll give it to someone else. But usually if you find someone great, that part is like it's crowd work for 15 minutes. And we all talk to this person.
That's so fun.
We get that, they stop, and then we make up a whole like play, like a whole 3-act play with beginning, middle, and end.
Oh, I know what this is. I did it once. Andy Daly told like this crazy story that happened in
Andy's
my life.
a genius.
He's so good at it. And I have this like very dark story that happened to me when I was young where I got like seduced by a con artist and went to Australia, and like Andy embodied him. Like I told the story, and then Andy, like he just was saying things that the guy had, like he just was on the same wavelength.
He's an incredible character performer too. Andy.
Yeah, it was awesome. So we can. So do you have some coming up? Right? Do we go to your website?
Yeah, you go to rejectedjokes.com. I mean, when does this come out? When does 300 come out?
Tomorrow.
Oh, I'm playing Durham, Atlanta this weekend. Yeah, this weekend coming up. Then I'm playing the Beacon. I'll be all over.
Can we go on your Instagram and find it?
Yeah, Rejected Jokes.
Can I?
Thank you guys.
Can I have some money if I give you an idea? Because I'm all about you leaving money on the table.
Right.
Your podcast is just record every show you do and put it on.
I've secretly been doing it.
Okay, yeah, there we go. All right, so I don't get any money from that.
But also, then when this is over, I'm going to show you what I'm really doing.
But this is
I have a plan, and I'm going to show you guys.
This is a
what I'm
classic move, though, where I pitch you. You're a good actor.
No, but
I pitch you an idea. In your mind, you go, "Wow, that's a great idea," but you very casually
Yeah,
and
people do
nonchalantly say,
that.
I've been doing that for a while.
Or as a writer, Yeah, I got a character. Like that. I got a character. I got that con man guy. I wrote that. I know that.
All right.
Wait,
go
hold
to
on.
Rejected Jokes.
One more interview, or we're done?
Yeah, one more question
Okay,
if you're
great.
down.
What do you think? Wait, Laura, what are you gonna say?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
I
Let's-
want to do it. I feel bad if someone was waiting.
Yeah, let's do it.
You're too nice.
You guys are very nice to plug my shows.
Hey, they should be plugged.
Isn't that why we're in the podcast industry?
I guess.
What's the name of the show again?
Blue Chew.
Ben Schwartz and Friends.
Ben Schwartz and Friends this week is brought to you by Blue Chew
Oh, come on.
and Lymphoma.
That's how we could be making money.
Yeah. All right. So who we're now going to call?
Claire in San Diego.
We've all played San Diego, right, guys?
Yes.
I was just in San Jose. I got back this morning.
Oh, wow. Did you play?
Mm-hmm.
Did you do a show
I
there?
had 2 shows last night, 2 shows the night before.
Wow. All the same material, or do you switch it up?
No, it's you're working on a new
Yeah, that's what I'm
stand-up's like I have my set, and then I had a few new jokes I was working
yeah.
on. I improvise in some areas,
Claire.
try to create new stuff. Honey, I'm
Hi,
talking about my
Claire.
process
I'm
here.
so sorry.
Whoa, a big Sonic fan.
Can you imagine if we didn't take this
Hi.
call, Ben?
I was literally thinking about it too. I was like, oh my gosh, I have my poster and everything.
I know, I
have, like,
love
my-
it.
My shadow shrine.
I love it.
I don't know if you can see,
So
but I love Shadow.
I'm in
sorry.
Sonic, and Keanu Reeves plays Shadow.
Uh-huh.
He's the
Oh,
voice
okay.
of Shadow.
Is he as good as everybody says?
He's
Like,
the
kindest.
nicest guy in the
Oh,
world.
you can
Yeah.
tell he's nice.
He's the nicest
He's
guy.
dashing too.
Claire, you don't know this, but just before we click connect on you, we were discussing whether or not to do 2 calls or not, and the image of you getting the message, it's not going to work out, and like crying in front of your Sonic poster is sad but beautiful. But we're here.
I'm not even kidding. I like texted my friend. I was like, oh my God, they said I might not be able to do it. And they're like, no.
Oh,
They were
this
also
is great.
devastated.
I can't wait to hear what you have to say.
Okay, Claire. So tell us what's going on.
Yeah, just tell Ben. Tell
No,
who you
tell
really want to talk
everybody.
to.
Tell
ahead.
everybody.
So basically, I've been seeing this girl for like 6 months. Yeah, it's March, so 6 months. Um, and we've been like low-key dating, basically like lightly dating, I would say. And I still haven't asked her like officially to be my girlfriend yet.
Mm.
And I think it's because I'm scared of like the title or of like because I feel like the title will make it all real.
Mm.
And my question is, it's just like, how do I be brave and get the courage to like do this and to really like jump in like
Well, you got to get enough coins to build up your power. Like you run around one of these circles.
You're making it a video game. You're making it a video
It's
game.
a Sonic.
And also it's rings. How
God
fucking
damn it! God
dare
damn
you?
it! What's wrong with
I
me?
am so sorry, Claire.
Coins.
Ben, take it away.
I know, right? Oh my God.
I actually relate to this very much. I found that when I was younger, it would be hard for me to say I love you or invest. But this is the reason why it was hard for me, because I was so afraid the other person wouldn't say it back or feel it back. And I'd be so scared of being rejected that I wouldn't allow myself to fully go for it. It sounds similar a little bit, right? For you to be like,
Yeah.
if I call her my girlfriend and then like, and she's not into it, like, oh my God, what am I doing? You know what I mean? Something like that.
Yeah.
But it feels like if you would have a sense how she feels, right?
Yeah, I know how she feels about it. I think we're on the same page.
What
But it's
about
just like
what about getting curious? Ask her. How would you feel?
I have asked her, and
Oh.
the thing is, like, we've talked about it before, and it's just like it's not me being scared of like her rejecting me. It's more of like I'm very afraid of like the change.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
What's
Like,
the
I
change
feel-
though? What changes?
I don't know. Like
The
I feel like in
title.
my-
The title makes
Yeah.
it feel different.
and I feel like it's like psyching me out because like in the past, right? Like
Yeah.
once it's official, it's like for me personally, it's just been different. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just very scared, and I really like her. You know what I'm saying?
You seem
So-
amazing. You're allowed to be scared, but you seem like a great person. So let yourself remember that.
Oh wait, how about this? It's not like you're asking her to put a rings on it.
No, that was really
Rings,
good.
yeah, rings for Sonic.
Okay,
if-
Rings
really
for
good.
Sonic
I
the
can-
Hedgehog.
Really good.
Thank you.
If I can quote my favorite director, Woody Allen, he says, relationships are like fish. They either move forward or die. So I do
Ooh.
think that, I don't
That's
even
real.
know if
That's
he
good.
said that.
Woody Allen, hero to queer Gen Z couples everywhere.
young queer Gen Z couples everywhere.
So I do think that, like, you know, you guys, you really like her. Do you want it to stay the same, or do you want it to move forward? What do you want?
What does it feel different to you if you guys stay? If you actually say yes and you call it, what changes for you?
It's like, for me, it's like the kind of like my own time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I I enjoy being by myself. And I feel like, what if I say this, and what if I agree to this, and what if we're together? Because I do want to be together. It's just like I'm very scared of like losing myself in my own time because it's happened to me before.
Tell
And-
her.
Yeah,
Tell
that's
her.
exactly what I was gonna
Tell
say.
her.
You're saying everything
I-
perfectly, which probably, if there's hesitance from her side, maybe she feels similar.
And
Yeah,
how do we
yeah.
do it together? Because I've seen in the past, this is what you say, in the past, I've kind of lost myself, and I like you so much, and I would like to do this, but what do you think? You know, like, you guys are working this. You're trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Relationships should be improved. I mean, that's how I feel.
I think it was
They
the
should be
director Roman
improvements.
Polanski that said.
but they should be improving all the time, right? We should be like
Yeah.
making lists and getting better, and you know that you want to make this one better than your last one.
Yeah,
then.
Brian Singer once said,
You guys,
hear me
why
out
don't
on
you
this
guys
one.
come up with some?
I think what you're
quotes?
saying is perfect. And then if there's any hesitancy, you should ask why and learn from each other, because you have a why. Let's see what her why is. But I say, yeah, 6 months. That feels like about time that you'd be like, yeah, let's see what this is.
my take here is that these are stories you are telling yourself, and they are not true. They are narratives that you have created. You say, oh, I like my own time. I like being by myself. No, you don't. You're with this person already. You're already this person's girlfriend. If you really liked being by yourself, you wouldn't be with this person now. You would be alone. So
Wait, that's so true.
thank you. I'm very
High
wise.
school dropout once said.
Harvey Weinstein.
I was
is
just about to say that, but thought it was too far.
No, but it's such true. It's like I relate to it so much. You know, I relate to it so much. Natasha, by the way, is the first serious relationship I've ever had.
What year did you guys start dating?
92.
92. 13 years ago, I guess. And it was the first
Wow.
serious. And every conversation was the first time I'd had it. Should we be monogamous? I love you. All that stuff. It was all me going, if I say that, it will mean this. None of that was true. It was all stories that I was telling myself about what things would mean. But I was deciding what emotional reaction I would have to something before I experienced it. I'd never experienced it before, but I already knew, if I say I love you, it'll mean this. How do I know? I've never said that before.
Yeah.
You don't know what it will bring. It might bring this whole new thing that is exciting. You go, I've had experiences in the past. That's not this experience. This is a different experience. This is the person you're dating now. So you got it. All love takes courage. All love takes action. And I say, yes. Grab the ring.
Nice.
Go
All right.
fast.
Sure.
Jump
Gotta
into
go
the
fast.
fire.
Gotta go fast.
Yeah. That was well done.
And leap and the net will appear. I
Ooh,
got
that's
more,
good.
you guys.
Ooh, like Indiana Jones.
Yes.
Where he puts out the foot and you just trust that he hits the. Anyway, really fun to hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it for like the past weeks, and me and my friends have been workshopping this, but I just don't know.
Well, stop
when to
asking
talk
them.
to
Listen
her.
to yourself.
I
Don't.
know.
No, I do-
You're squandering your energy.
I have a mechanical suggestion for this. You tell your person that you're dating, hey, can we go out to dinner on this date? I have something I want to talk to you about. You force yourself into a position where you don't have any option but to have the conversation. You say, hey, what are you doing Thursday? I want to get together. I need to talk to you about something. So you know you've already put yourself on the hook. You
God,
can't.
then you're gonna be nervous to that moment.
So
It's gonna be
what?
so much.
Well, then say
Just, like,
tomorrow.
fuck it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you forced yourself into action because then you can't undo it. You can't go, oh no, I didn't want to talk to you about something. Be like, what the fuck are you talking about? You said you wanted to talk. So that's what I think.
Interesting.
Ben, you agree? Disagree? Disagree with me?
I think you have to make the choice in your head and be like, tonight I'm going to do it. I don't know if you have to tell the person, but I mean, so far your advice has been fantastic.
That is not what this podcast is.
Sorry, it's not.
You disagreeing with
Sorry.
me? No,
Okay,
no,
well,
no.
good luck out there, Claire. Next time we talk
Thank
to
you
you.
so
Bye,
much.
Claire.
Thank you.
There's never an easy time
Wait.
to do it.
Oh,
Can
yeah.
I say something real quick?
Only if it's to me and Natasha and not Ben.
Actually, it's for Ben.
Oh, okay.
so,
Okay. No, go ahead.
No, so like funny story. Like back in 2023,
Yeah.
I was like going to Austin because I was flying to go to college, to go
Yeah.
see a college, and I'm like walking down the aisle, and you're there, and you were so nice to me. Thank you for being so nice to me. I have
nice.
the picture.
Oh my God, that's cute.
I
was
love
like,
it.
oh my God, that's crazy. And I was like, why is he here? And I got so confused.
I secretly hate people who won't take pictures with fans.
Oh, I do every single person. I've never said no.
Ringo won't take pictures anymore, and you know what? That's Ringo Starr.
I will say, though, I only get asked about once a month, so it's probably not
honey.
that.
Oh, honey.
Do you want a picture of Natasha real quick?
Yeah.
Let's
Can I
take a
picture right
screenshot.
now?
Take a screenshot.
Okay.
Yeah, take a screenshot.
Think about that
Wait, let me take a
feeling.
picture.
This is real. Think about that feeling when you saw Ben in the aisle and you were like, should I say something? Should I say something? I'm such a big fan. Should I say something?
Oh,
It's so
yeah.
scary.
Oh, that's
Think
true.
about, and then you just did it because you didn't
And
want
it
to.
went great.
Yeah, do it to your girlfriend.
Wait, what was it? An aisle of a plane?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we were
yeah,
like
yeah.
sitting in the aisle, and I was like, oh my God, that's it.
No,
Was
I'm
Ben
happy
in-
you said hi.
Was Ben in coach?
That's a great question.
I don't know. He was like in the front, Lokes.
No, that sounds
Yeah,
like a
that's
no.
Might
not-
be Comfort Plus. Might be Comfort Plus because we're from New York and we're businessmen.
That's right. All right,
He's
Claire,
got long
good luck.
legs. All right, well,
Thank
see you,
you.
see you,
Goodbye.
honey.
Bye.
Next time we
Nice to
see you, you'll
see
have a
you.
girlfriend.
Okay, well, that was a great 300th episode.
That was the classic.
Wait, can I say something about you guys?
Yes.
Everybody who called is at such ease with you. Whatever you're doing on this podcast is making people. You give all. This is who you are. As real
Simulating
human beings.
friendship.
No, you're making them feel comfortable. Their relationship with you and these episodes is such that when they get on the phone, you would think that they're like talking to their friends.
Oh, that's
it's
nice.
so cool. That was just. Though you would think that people would get on the phone and be so nervous and not know what to do, they were chill. They were talking to their pals. It's a very cool thing what you've built up in 300 episodes.
You're like a good guy, huh? Okay, I get
He's not
you.
a stand-up. That's the big
That's right.
difference. Improvisers are way
baby.
nice. They're not drinking bourbon.
We have to be collaborative with each
That's
other.
right.
Before their show,
It's
none of them are
team
getting
sport.
wasted. Like, you know, they're...
So go to Ben Schwartz and Friends, Rejected Jokes on Instagram. You can find him at these great big venues and go see one of the best improvisers in the world. I'll say it. One of the best improvisers.
Me?
Yeah.
You're very kind.
It's true.
I don't know.
There's no
What
joke.
about cutting open our cake?
I don't have a knife.
What's in the middle?
That's a
don't
great
know.
question. We'll find out.